When Pokemon Legends Arceus was originally revealed during the 25th anniversary presentation, its open-world, seamless gameplay changes to the formula concept was enough to contemplate a pre-order. However, it was met with harsh criticisms across the board and within my own groups of friends, primarily because the game looked so rough around the edges. It lacked polish. Those of higher technical knowledge pointed out performance issues regarding the title. Why are Pokemon 5 feet from you moving at an embarrassing frame rate? Then they showed the release period. You're telling me this game is coming out in a year's time? In this state? Regardless, despite initial hesitation, perhaps the gameplay would be the thing to stick out and thrive above all of its critiques. Trailer after trailer and the game remained the same with pinches of performance improvements to remove any doubt of its gameplay experience. Then finally, the game was released on its intended date, January 28th, 2022. No delays. Definitely surprised it retained its release schedule. I was personally hesitant on the game and planned on waiting for an unlikely sale down the line. But to my surprise, many in my social circles, casual and hardcore gamers, picked the game up and immediately fell in love with it. I admit, I got massive FOMO seeing them sing the game's praises. Then I see on my socials, many of the gaming personalities I follow are also high on the game. So I ultimately caved. I can't recall another game in recent memory where I jumped the gun because of FOMO. I wanted to experience the fun that they were having in such a dark and shit time. Some quick background, I was never into Pokemon. Back in the day, it was just one of those things you had to choose between because picking a side was the thing to do. You either played Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Digimon, if that was more of your thing. And I sided with the heart of the cards. It wasn't until I came back to Nintendo during the 3DS era, when I picked up Pokemon X at launch, as that was the talk of the town. I absolutely loved it, and so here I am 9 years later, having played Alpha Sapphire, Ultra Moon, Pokemon Go, Shield, and now Legends Arceus. I have a grasp of the series' mainline progression, evolving and breaking out of its stagnant shell. That's why when playing Legends Arceus, I felt so much joy with the series breaking conventions. A full 3D open-world gameplay experience hinted with the wild area in Sword and Shield expanded to an entire game. Catching Pokemon akin to Pokemon Go without engaging in battle, implementing critical catches with Pokemon by throwing balls to their back, giving berries more functionality outside of battles. I understood the hype my friends were talking about, and I felt the same way. Until I didn't. The appeal of catching Pokemon for the Hisui Pokédex dried up as repeat Pokemon from other areas showed up in newer locations. It was incredibly odd and disappointing seeing Bidoofs, Luxrays, Starlies, Apomps, Weasels, and Parasses all over the region. Parasses? Parass. Let's just run with it. I'm not a scientist, a zoologist, or a geologist, but I would think logistically, with how the game is set up in areas and on routes, that Pokemon will be relegated to their natural habitats and ecosystems. Granted, some of them do make sense. You can find water Pokemon off in the ocean, or Magmars on the Fire Pit Island alongside Gravelers. Look, this could be a weak critique point trying to understand the science of the Pokemon world and relating it to the real world, but I still believe that seeing all these Pokemon scattered across multiple areas not only diminishes the illusion that they all exist within a logical ecosystem, but from a game design perspective, it makes catching Pokemon less appealing. I'm not engaged to complete each Pokemon's mini-missions or objectives. That's some next level padding to me. Of all the standard Pokemon that appear in the region, on average, 23.7% of them are unique to their region, with Cobalt Coastlands and Alabaster Icelands holding most of the unique Pokemon. It makes sense. Cobalt Coastlands has most of the water Pokemon residing in it, and with Alabaster Icelands with all the Ice-type Pokemons. That's not great. I'm choosing to nitpick this point because with all this repetition, I'm just reminded of the unpolished nature of the game. Catching Pokemon served as a distraction from the mess that this game is visually. Look, Sword and Shield is a completely different game entirely, as it is a traditional Pokemon title, but rarely did I think, wow, this game is butt ugly. I was thinking, wow, this is a pretty good first step for Game Freak, who are notoriously known for not having the technical chops to pull off something visually appealing. The cutscenes, even without voice acting, were engaging and looked clean. But what happened here? A part of me wants to believe that all of this was a design choice. Just look at the logo. It is written in the traditional Japanese shoujo style. The reveal trailer and concept information coming from the game shows that it's based off the Muromachi period, with a visual style inspired from Zen ink paintings. I can get a sense playing this game that visually, this was potentially the goal. But what is conflicting is the aspiration to achieve a visual style and its execution. One look over at Digital Foundry's video regarding the game's visuals is more than enough to explain all of its lackluster performances, and I would rather not rinse and repeat stuff that they covered, as they are also smarter than I am. But just a snippet from my perspective, I'm stuck looking at low resolution textures, confusing lighting on surfaces. Why is the sky reflected on these rocks as if they're shiny? Is it even the sky? Why is it purple? It's just not a joy to look at any given point. It really is a blessing that we earn Weirdeer's trust early in the game, so that we're not stuck slowly running across these open spaces looking at this finished product. It doesn't verge into one side enough to justify these visual shortcomings. It isn't so much as a painting as it is technical limitations, and that's the most frustrating part. In summary, while the gameplay of Legends Arceus is the breakthrough the series needed, the studio's notorious limited technical reputation fights with any goodwill generated with this new title. The new gameplay mechanics is what should carry the series forward. It's just even in that, the repetitive Pokémon in multiple ecosystems and biomes only diminish the distraction of Game Freak's limitations that we've known for years. I don't want to sit here and play armchair developer, but it makes me wonder if this is even in the realm of possibility for Game Freak to collaborate with other Nintendo studios for their mainline games. It isn't something that Game Freak nor Pokémon Company haven't done before. They handed off development duties towards Bandai Namco for Pokkén Tournament and New Pokémon Snap. While not on the scale of mainline Pokémon games, these two titles are strikingly gorgeous in addition to its gameplay. What is it to, just shot in the dark here, give a call to Monolith Studios who, now, this is probably the hot take in this video, but I think they should just stop developing Xenoblade Chronicles and its boring battle systems and work alongside Game Freak as they did working for Nintendo on Breath of the Wild. Is that in the realm of possibility at all? I would also like to add that I know nothing about game development, I just play games and have thoughts. And I'm not allowed to have thoughts! I can certainly say that while I did enjoy most of my time playing Legends Arceus, the FOMO created by my social circles and online personalities I follow truly bit me in the ass on this one. I probably could have gone without playing this game. But then, just weeks later, they go ahead and show us this. An improvement! Not a complete overhaul, but an improvement! The polish that was missing from Legends Arceus! It's here! I probably should have just waited for this one.